don't want a prenup.
Yes.
I think that it's just too much going on. If I love you and you love me until death do us part, that's it. Now, why do we need a prenup? Because you're already planning that we...
Let me see your prenup.
Why do you curse so much?
Are you laughing?
No, I'm just laughing because you're a little lit.
Do you understand that our wedding is weeks away?
Yeah. We're going to have the prenup drawn up in less than 7 days. We can reach a mutual agreement, honey. It's that easy.
So you're saying our relationship is a negotiation? Is that what you're saying?
What?
You say how you think it.
Everything's
You think everything is...
Blanco, I don't know if you understand that. That in my house,
everything is business
everything.
for
My
you?
mother taught me one thing, but it's never personal.
So if your mom was here right now,
She said-
in this table, your mom is going to tell you that mine and your relationship is business?
Let's get one thing straight, baby. You met me knowing what I was building.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm just...
Oh, I met you.
When you met me, I was already doing my thing.
Michael, shut up.
What's the problem?
The last time I chopped, when you were running Pure Blanco, I was right behind you guys.
Exactly.
Okay?
You just said behind.
Oh, behind?
Yeah, behind.
Oh, I was behind you guys,
Like
right?
2 years behind. You weren't helping me conduct business.
Oh, I wasn't helping you conduct business. I was tired.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Do not take that. Don't do this to
I'm
me.
not taking it away from
Take it. No, I don't give a f about the cameras, Michael. Do it. I don't care.
baby.
I bust my ass so hard and you know it.
did I.
Don't sit here and tell me I did it.
So did I. So did I. There's no need for this. Let's get to a number.
No, there's no number, Michael. There's no number. Baby, this is not a business. Our love is not a business.
Sorry.
Our love is not a business. You want to sit here and tell me that what I went through with you was easy? It was not. I lost my family. I lost everything.
That was then, this is now.
Remember, gentlemen, the only ones that don't want to sign a prenup are the ones that want your money. They will say anything to try and guilt trip you into changing your mind, but it is important that you don't unless you don't mind giving her half of everything you own.
What is wrong with signing a piece of paper and then we're safe, like if something happens in the future?
Why would I go after your money? I'm content with family. I don't care about money. I don't care about cars. Yeah, it's nice to have in life, but I am not with you for that.
Then what's the problem with signing a piece of paper? Just sign it and let's just forget about it.
Yeah, that piece of paper is like a sword in my heart. It means you don't trust me. A prenup to me means that your partner thinks that you're going to take everything if all else fails, which after 5 years of being together and having a son together, Sean should 100% trust me.
I mean, everything's wonderful now, but I've seen what my parents went through. I just don't want to go through the same thing. What's the harm of talking to a lawyer?
To me, it feels like Sean is treating our marriage like another business contract and not like a unity of love and commitment. Okay, I'm not signing anything, and you need to just know that. You want me or you don't. I am not another one of his clients. I'm the love of his life, and he should treat me like that.
Marriages that involve the government are business contracts, yet they don't care because it benefits them. Also imagine how many women have said, "I don't care about your money," yet that's the first thing they go after when they get divorced.
You still think that getting a prenup has anything to do with the lack of trust in your partner?
It absolutely does. Kudos to the girl in law school. That's amazing. However, I want to look at this from a different perspective. If it wasn't due to trust in the man thinking you're going to take 50% of everything he owns, then what is it about? You can write your own prenup that says, okay, if we're worried about the government, we can do 50-50 in case of a divorce. But the problem is not that. The problem is that most men that request for a prenup, it's usually heavily in their favor without the woman's side negotiating. Or if it does negotiate, it's a very small percentage, not taking into account that she is spending the best years of her life, where she could have found a potentially better partner who would provide for her for forever.
If it wasn't due to women initiating over 70% of divorce, and 50% of marriages ending in divorce, men wouldn't be asking for prenups. She seriously said it's unfair that the woman doesn't get half of everything her husband spent his entire life working for, just because she's spending the best years of her life with him, even though he is also spending his years with her. And again, her justification was simply because she could have gotten a richer man, which proves she is after the money, hence why she is against prenups.
Trying to make me not sign a prenup.
It definitely makes me a little nervous that you're making a big deal about it. It just seems like you feel some type of way because you aren't entitled to it if we're ever to break up.
Really?
Agreements in marriage.
Do we really got to go there?
Yes, that's part of marriage. Part of kids, like, that's everything. That's everything in one.
Because you think marriage is a contract. That's what you think.
Yes, it is. We haven't been together all my life, correct? Like, to me, I feel like it'll be different if me and you started when I was 18, going through college, my college sweetheart. Oh, it would be no question. Like, nothing.
So what you're saying is I won't with you shooting in the gym?
I was gonna be a little more easier. I was. But yes, technically, yes.
I personally don't think
Right.
that marriages should have one.
So if something was to happen, would you like just take the house from me? Would you take the house? Would you take the kids? Would you take the cars?
No, you know I'm not even that type of person.
Right.
So I feel like since you know that I'm not that type of person, what is it going to hurt? We spoke about prenups. Eric thought we should have one. I didn't think we should have one. I'm not against it. It's just wanting Eric to trust me more. What do you fear of?
I think for me, it's from being hurt in the past.
Correct,
You know,
that's your
people
past.
crossing me, telling me they ain't gonna do this, they'll never do that.
I get it. But when it comes to the financial side of me and you, like I've never fed you the energy of using you or with you because you got this and you got that. Like I've never given you that vibe our whole 4 years. Like I showed you that I really don't need you, money-wise.
Right. So Jessica and I are on the same page with prenuptial agreements. If we can't see eye to eye, I don't know what we're gonna do in order for things to move forward. But I know one thing for sure, I'm not going in this marriage without no prenup. We'll continue that conversation another day. Finish the mission.
They always say I'm not that type of person, but you don't see what type of person they truly are until they divorce you. Thankfully, that gentleman is aware of this and says he refuses to get married without a prenup.
Really not gonna sign a prenup?
No, I'm not signing no prenup. What you got is what I got.
Okay, but I don't understand why would you not want to sign? Basically, our love is
Your
real.
money is my money. Simple as that.
Okay, why are we going straight to the money? It don't have any. All I'm doing is my lawyers are telling me that I have to protect myself, and it's not from you, but it's just
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Everything that you bring in the house, is mine too.
Nah, cause I mean, what did you come with? What did you come with that you deserve to think you just don't like? Like this is for our own protection. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care what you say. It's my money too. Simple as that.
But see, the lawyer said that's what you was gonna do though. They were saying you was not.
No, he didn't.
So what's the point of you not signing the prenup?
The money that you bring home is mine too. Simple as that. End the conversation.
That's crazy. So I guess there ain't gonna be no wedding.
Whatever. It's gonna be a wedding.
How much you want to bet? She thinks the money she brings in is hers, but the money he brings in is both of theirs. I hope this was a wake-up call for this guy, because even with a prenup, getting married to her would still be a terrible idea.
Ladies, wherever you at, do not sign that prenup. Nope.
Honey, I think you're going to be very excited to hear this. I want to get a prenup. Oh, you mother... Oh, come on, just hear me out. I think a prenup could be a pretty good thing for us. If you're already planning on divorcing me, just come out and say it. No, that's not at all what I'm saying. Like, a prenup is an agreement between a couple, like you and I, who plan on getting married, and it decides how our debt and assets get distributed to us, or our children, in the event of a divorce or death. We're both, young and healthy, and we love each other way too much to get divorced. Think about it this way, okay? You know I have expensive taste. If I happen to get into lots of crazy debt, you wouldn't have to take on that debt if something happened to me or our relationship if we live in a community property state. Plus, I think now is the right time to openly talk about our finances before we get married. I'm not saying it'll happen to us, but 50% of marriages end in divorce, and a prenup would protect both of us. Let's say we have kids and we get divorced, it would determine if either of us are responsible for alimony, for example. And wouldn't you like to protect the assets you've already built up? Yeah, I guess so. I guess a prenup kind of makes sense.
If you enjoyed this video, I promise you'll enjoy this next video. I will see you there.